I'm Dominique, and this is my new channel. Why did I make this channel? I've been hearing, so I had a kid about in 2013, so it'll be 3 years pretty soon, and she's fantastic. Her name is Melody. Around that time, I was watching the news, and every news story started just really upsetting me. Started to impact my day and things like that, so I stopped watching the news. Shortly after, I got into business with Amway, and they teach you about just protecting your mind and what goes in. So I stopped really watching a lot of TV shows and things like that, and I kind of focused on reading and improving myself and my knowledge base. And in doing that, I started to learn a lot, and then I started to research a lot. And I found that things that I've always believed are not necessarily true or accurate. And so that led me to research more, to read more. And the more I read and the more I researched, I found that there's a lot of misconceptions. And for this to be a country, the United States I'm referring to, for this to be a country that boasts its freedom of speech and knowledge and all these things, I thought, it's about time I start taking that literally, because there's so many places where I, as a young black female, would not be able to say what I want to say, how I want to say it, and when I want to say it. And we have all of this education, all this knowledge we have at the tip of our fingertips. And we're so lazy, we're so distracted that we live our lives as zombies. And I think people see zombies as this creature that, with skin falling down, with eating brains and things like that. But what are we? If you're going through life and you're not experiencing life, you've already died. You just aren't buried yet. You eat these things, you put stuff into your body, as gross as it sounds, like dead brains. It's full of GMOs, it's full of artificial things. It's what our bodies don't even accept. They don't recognize it. We wonder why we're so obese in this country. We eat garbage. So we're living a life without thinking because we're distracted. Oh man, we are good distracted, between the news, between our shows, between reality TV. We are so distracted that we don't need to look anywhere else, because our mind is constantly being interrupted with everything that entertains us for a second. And we starve for it, we strive for it. We miss a show, and it's like the world's gonna end. We're just sitting around waiting for it to come back. But you never thought that maybe that's for a reason? That maybe we need to be distracted? Because what do you do? What would you do if you weren't distracted? Would you research? Would you learn? Would you pay more attention? Would you catch on to things as they were happening? What would happen if you weren't so distracted with the unimportant things, with pretty colors and nice sounds? Then what would you do? What would you create? What would you build? What would you learn? People can't lie to you when you stop accepting it and start listening and refuting and researching it. People don't have as much power when you stop memorizing and you start becoming a free thinker. So that's what this is about. Free thinking. And with everything going on in this country, between, we have a new election coming up, we've got all this chaos with racism, we've got a failing education system, we've got more chemicals being pumped into our bodies than we even know. We've got towns in the United States that don't have clean water. Is this a third world country now that we can't go in and just fix it? And is it something that we weren't aware of ahead of time? All of these things are starting to come about, and we're more distracted than ever. I watched The Matrix long time ago when it first came out, and it was just a really entertaining movie. And then I watched it again, and I thought to myself, what if it's more than that? What if it was like a teaser? to reality. That maybe it's just time to get unplugged. Red or green pill? You just choose. Red pill or blue pill? Continue being a zombie or wake up and unplug.